Myositis family. It is Benita here again with my three Musketeer friends, Jessica and Jason. I'm also here with a couple of great friends from IV Solutions. They are one of our wonderful sponsors this year and our sponsors that are taking care of the dinner under the rocket that I'm so super excited about. So I am getting ready for the shuttle scuttle. They are my official sponsors. I've got my IV solution glasses and my bear, and he is ready to take off into space. And we are just so excited to get ready for May the 1st and May the 2nd. It is coming up really fast. So I'm going to take these glasses off for a minute so I can see our wonderful guests. We've got Michelle. Michelle, wave and say hello. We did not plan to have the
Hi.
same color on today, but it all worked out because that's what my shirt is going to be for the shuttle scuttle. And then, of course, we've got a very special guest here, Vicky, and they are going to share a little bit with us today about why the Myositis Moonwalk is something that they're going to do. And so let's just go ahead and start. Let's just jump right in, Vicky and Michelle, and let's talk about the why and why what inspired you all to join us again for the Myositis Moonwalk? You were with us last year. What inspired you to come back and get involved and start the dinner and everything?
We love the Myositis Foundation. We love all the patients. We love what it stands for. And when we walked through the rocket last year and we walked through the museum, I said, wouldn't this be a great place to have a dinner? I said, it seems like this would be the ultimate dinner and the great expo for all patients to come and sit here and be a part of history. And that's how this all got started.
We were all walking
Yeah.
together. I think it was Jessica and you and I
Mhm.
had said the same thing. I said, I've always wanted dinner under the rocket too. They have events there all the time, and I've never had a chance to go to one. And so this is a dream come true for me. So we really, truly appreciate it. Jessica, what was it that you wanted to ask Vicky and Michelle?
Oh, thank you. And I absolutely just love the full commitment to our theme, Vicky. Just love it.
Of
Love it, love
course.
it. So my question was, how does supporting myositis support and understanding, or MSU, kind of align with your company's values?
A little bit different than a lot of companies. A lot of home infusion companies just talk about we're doing IVIG and we're doing the other therapies for patients. What we try to do is take it from an advocacy standpoint. Michelle is the head of advocacy for our company that does way more than just talk the game. She walks the game. She goes and does tons of talks to all the different advocacy groups, talks to patients every day about how they can financially afford something, if they need something else more than just drug. Patients need help with hot water heaters, food, cell phones, electric. What else can we do? Because we look at the patient as a whole encompassing entity as well as their family. Because one of the things people tend to forget is patients belong to their community and their family. And how do we help them remain a part and active in their life, not just a disease?
And I have to add to that, as a patient who actually uses IV solutions, they absolutely are the best advocates that I have had on my myositis journey because I guess it's been a couple of years ago. My insurance just decided they were not going to cover the current company I had. And I was in panic mode because with the MDA5, every time I've missed a dose, I start falling again, my lungs start messing up. And I just posted on Facebook, everybody pray. I don't know what I'm going to do. I've got to find a new company. And Michelle saw it. She messaged me within minutes. And with that, but by the end of the day, I believe Michelle and Vicky had me taken care of. I did not miss a single dose. They made sure, at the beginning of the year, everybody always has problems with insurance changes and they usually miss their a month or so of their dose. They worked on New Year's Day and made sure that we were all covered, and I got my dose the next week right on schedule. So you guys are absolutely amazing. I have to just say that, not just because you're my sponsor for the Shuttle Scuttle, but because you truly, truly have taken care of me. You made sure that I could afford everything when insurance tried to be iffy on it. You everything that Vicky just said is 100% true. So I just had to say that because I'm so appreciative of you all.
No, and you
Yeah,
should,
no, we
because I remember watching you go through that. And then, in fact, when it first happened, I was like, hey, have you reached out to Michelle and Vicky? And you were like, no, they reached out to me. And so that was so wonderful because, like you said, for so long, for too often, we struggle. And it's a fight that we have to do alone. And they truly, truly make it a part of their mission to help. So I'm glad that you shared that, Benita. Jason,
you know,
you had a
Yes, my dears.
and one of the biggest things in it is that I never want to hear about a patient or family starting to fall through the cracks. And I'm seeing that more and more these days, and it's scary. And especially when a patient just says, I can't afford this, I can't deal with this anymore, so I'm just gonna not, and they basically just want to die. And Vicky and I talk about this, not on our watch, and so we reach out and try to grab those patients and say, let us take that stress off of your shoulders. Do not worry, we've got you. And we do that and we make sure that they're taken care of. And I just had that happen a few days ago. And so where a patient said, I can't afford this. I'm like, yes, you can. We've got you. Let us take care of you. There are programs out there, and let us hook you up to a foundation or through our programs. And so, yes, and that patient's back on therapy. And that's what we're all about, making sure that the families are taken care of.
yes.
Even when there's an ice storm and your medicine is stuck in a town like 2 hours away, they make sure they do everything they can to get you that medicine on time. I mean, they absolutely look out for the whole patient. So it's
They
amazing.
outdo the postal service sometimes.
Yes.
So I do have a question. So I have to say that I'm so glad that you guys are back with us this year. You know, I love what you guys do, and I can see it just with hearing from other patients. And if anybody's got questions, Michelle's there. Vicky, I will have to say your energy is outstanding. I mean, I remember it from last year. I'm excited to see what you got planned for this year. But so out of all of the space themed events out there, and we know that there's a lot, especially the time of year this is going to be held, what made you decide to join us? Join us
I was
Musketeers.
friends with Jerry, who is the original founder, and I met him at the Myositis when he was first starting this company. And I said to him, this makes a lot of sense. I want to be a part of this from the beginning. And I love the values that you guys bring to the patient. There's a lot of foundations out there that say they do things with their patient population. They say they're going to help them. You guys actually do help them. And it
Yep.
falls right in line with our values because we get offered to do a lot of different organizational events year round. Some we do, some we don't. Why don't we do some? It just doesn't align up with the same values, is that we need to see that patients are actually involved. I just don't want to see no patients showing up at an event. I want to see the patients show up at events, which tells me they're interacting in an organization and they feel supported. That's why they come. And that is our mission, to be involved at the patient level down to the grassroots. Michelle and I talk about this all the time. If we can't be involved at the patient level, all the way up through physicians, all the way through the insurance, it doesn't make sense because a patient is going to fall through the cracks.
Mhm.
So we have to see that, make sure that we listen. Because if I hear patients say, this is what's going on, I feel like this, and this is what's happening, regardless of who they're with, we need to make sure we don't have that happen in our organization because we look for a solve for those patient problems.
Yeah, and MSU is so unique in the sense that you guys, I mean, the word support in your organization's name really means something. The support groups that you have are incredible. And so one thing that we try to do is get when we have new patients come on service is to make sure they know who their patient organizations are, what support groups are out there so that they're not alone and that there are other patients that have the same diseases so they can connect. And so MSU has that. Um, and your programming's just grown and grown and grown. Your support for financial assistance is incredible. I mean, no what other patient organization has that to where you are now is, I mean, it just keeps on growing and it's exciting to be a part of it.
We always look, one more thing is that as patients, organizations grow, patients tend to fall through the cracks because they can't get in touch with the support leaders or they have to attend. You guys can attend in virtual, you can attend live, you can attend by phone. However, because it in all aspects of the world, not every patient when they get diagnosed with an illness such as myositis thinks they're the only one. They forget there's a whole army of people that have this disease and they don't even know where to start because the only thing they hear is, I have this.
Mhm.
And that's what's so great about your organization because we can align them up immediately and say, get on Facebook, do this. You can be part of a group. You're not the only one. And that's one of the patients said that to me the day he goes, I'm not the only one with this. I said, no, sir, you are not. So they all think that. And that's what we're here to do is really promote education, promote inclusiveness. And families are sitting there going, what is this? I don't even know what I've got. And then they can meet your loved ones and go, oh my God, this is what happens. They have good days, bad days. This is what's
Mhm.
happening. Oh yeah, you got to go lift all this stuff. Hey, oh yeah, I am the person that takes all the stuff to the booth. I'm not this person. They do this. That is what it's about, to
Mhm.
learn how to work together as a team to solve a problem.
Absolutely. As a family, we become a family,
Mhm.
especially during the walk. I mean, I just posted on YouTube the highlight video from last year, and you can just see everybody together. There were, doctors, there were patients, there were family members, there were sponsors, everybody walking together, united to share awareness, but to share, the ups and downs that they go through. And I know the first year I was in the gift shop at the end of the day crying. I mean, I couldn't even walk through the gift shop. I was sobbing because one of our first sponsors had just lost his wife to myositis a few months before. And he didn't think he could come, but he wanted to sponsor the first event. And he ended up coming and he hugged me and he thanked me and he said, this was more healing than I ever thought possible. I'm so glad I came. And everybody that I talk to will talk about that, about how just meeting somebody else with this disease in person that they could hug and talk to meant a lot to them. And that was my whole goal, was to shine a light on the disease, to remind people that if we're fighting to live, we still have to live. We have to find joy, and we have to do it together as a family. And you all have just become part of our family, and we just appreciate you so much. And I really appreciate the fact that, you take care of me so much. In fact, you're going to take care of me for the shuttle scuttle. And that makes me think of our next question. is, since you're so excited about the moonwalk this year, does your team have any secret space theme? I don't know. Space themed training or costume plan or some craziness for me for the shuttle
Wait,
scuttle?
you must wait and see what gets delivered to your house before the shuttle.
I'm a little nervous. There was
I,
talk
I
of
would
glitter and
be
all kinds
too.
of stuff before, and I don't do glitter, but
We'll avoid the glitter. I was going to get you glitter, but we will avoid glitter.
well, tell everybody which costume you are wearing, just in case there are some shame people out there that are not fans.
I'm the myositis Vader.
Gonna strike down my myositis, aren't you?
That's right. I am myositis Vader.
And she's gonna have a lightsaber the day of the event.
That's right. Myositis Vader will have a lightsaber.
Well,
And
Michelle said she might do something a little different. Should we wait
I
and be
don't know yet.
surprised, Michelle?
Yes. Wait to be surprised.
So they do have a plan. That's the whole point. So I think it's going to come down to being a competition between the sponsors a little bit, not just the Musketeers, because I've
So
seen some costumes already that are pretty impressive. So
I agree.
we're here to have fun.
exactly. And we want to encourage our patients and our guests to dress up too. Last year we had some kids dress up in Star Wars characters and they had a blast. So, and it doesn't have to be Star Wars, it can be any space theme they want. But yeah, come show up. We're going to have a couple of special guests this year, all dressed up too. So everybody just join in the fun.
I agree. I'm excited. I can't wait. And I even know some of what's coming, and I'm still like a little kid that's like giddy. Like I can't wait for it to all be unwrapped and like unveiled and to do it all. All right. So I kind of know what your answer is going to be to this one, but I have to ask it anyway. Um, it would be, which of the three Musketeers do you think is going to log the most miles? Would it be myself, Jason, or Miss Benita? Who do you think is going to win?
Well, I have to go with Benita, but girls versus boys, I have to say Benita, again, because the last time we had our event, Jason was not at the first one. It was Jessica and Benita. So I said it was going to be girls versus boys. So, I just got to say, no disrespect, Jason, but girl power.
There you go.
Oh,
Girl
you're muted,
power.
Jason. You're muted, Jason. He's just talking away.
Jason's just talking away
Yeah,
and he's
and
muted.
laughing.
There we
There we
go.
go.
Is that better?
Yeah,
I'm looking
We
at
can
the
let you
screen
stay
going,
muted if you want. I mean,
yeah, a lot of people might like that a lot better. I'm not going to be too heartbroken, Vicky. I won't cry too much in front of you. I just might, But you know what? I don't, truthfully, for me, it's just the fact that for as long as I've been a part of MSU and helping, I'd rather do something in person like this.
Mhm.
Hugs are huge. Hugs are huge.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
But just to show what Jerry started back in 2015 compared to now. I mean, we're going 11 years. And to have wonderful sponsors and everybody that's there helping out, it's just, it's amazing. So I understand why the whole girl power thing, and I'm okay with it about that much. Um, it's just, it's the fact that you guys are there to help support the community.
We're here to do anything. And I
And
and I laughed. I said there were times when I did nothing but turn oxygen tanks on. When I
mhm.
helped patients before at different organizational events, they're like, oh my God, my oxygen's not working. I said, let me help you. So that's all we did is turn on oxygen tanks and get it regulated. And people are like, are you like the oxygen sponsor? I said, I'm just here to make sure people breathe. I don't need ambulances here. That's all that matters. So we're here no matter what patients need, what they, yes, do we do infusion drugs? Yes, but we're here as the overall support of patients. Some patients are more well, some patients are more sick. We're here to support all patients, no matter where they are in their journey.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
So now this is going to lead into my question, and I'm actually I've been thinking about this and just trying to picture what your response to said question will be.
Oh
So,
boy.
if your company could send one thing into space, what would it be?
Hmm.
Don't
Me.
say, don't say me. Don't say me.
I'm not going.
I would go.
If I could send one thing, it would probably be a pump attached to IVIG, attached and have a thing with every patient's name that we've treated along the journey to go into space to say, here is our friends that have made the journey with us.
Oh, I
I
love that.
like that. That
See, I
is
would still get to go to space that way.
That's
That's
right.
exactly. There you go.
go to space that way, and that's beautiful.
I love it. I love it. What a great way to honor the patients that would be to have a little have something on the moon sitting there when Artemis 3 ends up landing there in a couple of years. Wouldn't that be awesome?
That would be wonderful. And
Hmm.
people say, did you record your name to go up into space? That's something I think people should do.
I
Why?
did. I did.
Because you need to say, I was here.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I mattered.
Hmm.
And patients do matter. And there's
They
a
do.
lot of people that forget when
Hmm.
they get sick. There's family members who forget. There's friends who forget because they're scared. They're scared of
Hmm.
them because they don't want to see that their potential own destiny. Whereas
Absolutely.
Michelle and myself, we embrace that. We're like, we're your friends. We're here for you. We're here to help get you through this journey that's probably going to never end. So we're always going to be friends.
Hmm.
And it doesn't matter what time of day, where on a weekend, in the evening, we're here for them. And
Hmm.
Yeah,
Michelle,
you
I
even
know
checked on
Michelle
me
works
when I
around
had
the clock and
surgery.
she gets caught. She said to me the other night, I have to turn the phone off at 11 o'clock. These patients are still texting me. And I'm like, I have to go to sleep right now. So we do respond around the clock.
Hmm. They really do. And they check on you. They checked on me after my surgery and everything. And they even to resume infusions, the nurse company had to have some kind of paperwork permission to like restart. And boy, Vicky and them were on it before I even had the surgery. They like set a timer alarm and they were like, we will take care of it with your doctor. And I didn't have to worry about anything. So I was able to get my next dose right after my surgery and y'all you've been amazing. You truly, truly do care about the whole patient. And I would be honored to be on a pump in space with
That's
you
right.
all.
See, it would be fun. It's a
That's
new
a
way to
perfect
think of
one.
things.
Well, as we get ready to close this up, what message could you share with other businesses? Not even necessarily in the field of myositis, but any businesses that are thinking about supporting chronic illnesses. What message would you give to them to encourage them to do that?
Every single employee has somebody that has a chronic illness, whether it's a headache, a backache, myositis, cancer, asthma. Get involved. No, this is not everybody has somebody who they know. Get involved. It doesn't take a lot to write a check. It takes everything to say, hey, are you okay?
Oh, she's gonna make me cry.
I, that's just absolutely poetic and so perfect
Hmm.
because it's true
Absolutely.
on so many levels.
Hmm. And that's truly what makes, to me, your company unique in all the companies I've dealt with. Just your compassion for the people themselves and your selflessness that you just give all you can. And that's just such an amazing thing to us. We have just truly felt so supported by you all because we could not have done this moonwalk without sponsors like you and the support that you've given us and the encouragement that you've given us and my go-go juice so that I can survive. So I will be getting my infusion the 2 days before that Monday and Tuesday before the moonwalk. So you guys will be pumping me up for sure, getting me ready for it. And we are just, like I said, so excited to see you all when you get there and get our hugs in and have some fun and hopefully we'll win the race. Even though I know Jessica and Jason would really like to.
It's okay if it's a three-way tie. It's
It
okay.
Hey,
is.
I
I will say that.
Because the patients win, right?
That's who wins.
Exactly.
Mhm.
exactly.
as long as we're
We've
there.
actually had some people that donated to all three of us. They split their donation up. So we're actually very, like I said, we're all within what, $50 of each other, I think.
Yep.
We're
Yeah,
very close. And we're actually very happy with that because you know what? If it's a three-way tie, it's great. The patient's winning. All this goes to the financial assistance program that you talked about earlier, helping patients get oxygen, helping them get medicine, helping them pay their rent if they can't afford it. And it's just such an important thing because we all go through those difficult times, like you said, where we just can't, pay for something and you just feel defeated and you want to give up because you think there's no hope. And there is hope out there, thanks to people like you and all the people that donate and sponsor. We want to give that hope to these patients. And so, um, we are just we don't really care who wins, to be honest. We're having a lot of fun talking smack and saying who's going to win, but the patients are the one that's going to win. It's not going to be us.
That's right.
Yep.
100%.
Yeah, that's why we do what we do. That's why we have this moonwalk and wear ourselves out and have fun at the same time. We'll be recovering for several weeks afterwards, but
They're
we do
recovering
it
for one
for.
month after this.
Yeah, I
Yep.
was I was pretty
Yeah.
rough last year. I think I almost ended up in the hospital, honestly. I did end
Yep.
up with bronchitis, didn't I,
you did.
guys? My doctor fussed at me because she was actually there last year and she kept telling me, sit down, get you something to drink, sit down. And I kept popping up and doing stuff and refused to have a scooter last year. They're making me have the scooter, which is how the shuttle scuttle started. But it means so much to me. And I truly run on adrenaline. They can tell you it's like I forget how much pain I'm in until I stop and sit down. So once I sit down, that's when I'm in trouble. But I mean, that's just how much this event means to me. It started out, it was just going to be a small group of us. It grew and grew and grew. And it's just my heart, to do this for the patients. And I could not have made this dream happen without people like you all coming up and supporting me, and without Jason and Jessica helping me out, especially this year having surgery. They have taken over so much of the grunt work for me, making calls and making posts and all that stuff. So I truly am appreciative of everybody that's involved, and I hope those of you that will watch this video, if you're not registered to come, I hope you will register for the live stream and watch us have all the fun and stuff, and be encouraging to the ones that are there. Encourage them on their walk. Leave them messages they can read afterwards, because Jason, what do we say in this
Good to know you're
disease?
never alone.
You're never alone. You've got the three Myositis Musketeers. You've got wonderful sponsors like IV Solutions and Vicky and Michelle. And so we look forward to seeing everybody May 1st and May 2nd. And with that, we'll say goodbye till next time.
See ya.